Alright guys, welcome to another video from Python Boss. In this video series, we'll be covering Python for exam. Now, last video we covered functions, many function calls, and this video we are gonna be covering scope. Alright. So now here in this video, I'll have a scenario where I have a list of fruits. Alright, so I have apples, bananas, and mangoes. Alright, I have a function called get fruit, and you pass to that function the variable called fruit. Give me a sec. Name the fruits, and this one be fruit. Okay, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna find the position of that fruit in this list and tell you, hey, fruit exists. So all we need to do is loop over that fruit. So say for item in fruits, if item is equal to the fruit that we're checking for, then we gonna return true. And if not, then return false. So just a basic function where it loops through each item in the list of fruits and checks if we find a match. If there's a match, then we're going to exit this function with a value of true. Simply mean that yes, you can get that fruit. However, if that for loop runs and it never calls this return statement, which exit function, then that's the only way we can reach here, which means that we did not find a fruit. So false, you cannot get that fruit. Now if we take a look at this variable fruits, where did it come from? Fruits is actually made out here. Now this is what we call an example of a global variable. So global variables are variables now that are accessible anywhere inside of that Python file, anywhere, by any function, by anything. Alright, now if we take a look at the variable fruit is a local variable. So now if we want to check if fruit is available globally, I'm gonna try and print fruit. Alright, so I'm gonna save this file and then choose to run it. If I run it, I get an error, and it says name error, name fruit is not defined. Of course fruit was defined. This fruit was actually made right here, but because it's local to the function get fruit, we cannot access it globally. So therefore we get an error right there. But however, I should save fruits, save this, and I run the code, I'll get no error. I'll be seeing that list being printed out, apples, bananas, mangoes. And that's because this is accessible here. And if I should call get fruits and I pass a fruit known fruit to it, banana, and I save this and run the code, I should get bananas, not banana, my bad. Run the code, I should get a value of true. Now the reason why no error occurred, it simply means that the function get fruit had access to that variable fruits, and it got access to it because fruits is globally accessible. Now let's take a look at something different. So now right here we have this code. Let us try something that, let's say a function that count how many times we found that fruit. Right now, given f, which is some so count fruit, this function count fruit, all it does is, given you call this function, what it does is it's gonna keep a track of all the fruits that have that name. So I'm gonna loop over each fruit, the fruits list, and I'm gonna say if that item is equal to the fruit that we have from get fruit, then we're gonna increase that by 1. And after we are finished, then we're gonna return track. Right? Now right here, all we're gonna simply do is this. Make a change to our function. I'm gonna say count is equal to calling this function count fruit, which gives us a count for how many times we found that fruit. Now we say if count is equal to 0, then we're gonna print your fruit is not available. Alright? Else we're gonna print we found X amount of the fruit you want, and I'm gonna pass in that count into that string. Alright, so now if I should run this function again, I can get rid of this this lousy print statement right here, save this in my code, and I see that it said we found 1 amount of the fruit you want. Alright, now let me try this again by adding one more. I need to take out this S off of this because it makes no sense. Yeah, good. So now if I run this, it should say we found 2 of the fruit you want. So we found 2. Good. So we found 2 of the fruit you want. Now let's decipher what's going on here, because you guys might be lost as to what is happening. Right here, we create a function called count fruit, right? What count fruit does, it counts how many of this fruit that we want to get is available in this list of fruits and returns that count. Now this is an inner function for this function. Alright, now down here we call this inner function count fruit and get the count, and based on the count, if it's 0 we print no, your fruit is not available. Else if it's not 0, then we are going to print right here the amount of fruits that you have. All this right here is simply saying that we're gonna fill this here with some value, and that is what the dot format method does. Given a value and these curly braces, it knows that it should plug in this value right there. So don't need to worry about that convention. You can print it to the screen however you want. But what you need to focus on is this. How on earth this function count fruit didn't crash? How did it know that this fruit here is representing this fruit? Now, when you take a look at this, what is happening is that inner functions have access to its parent functions variables as well as global variables. So it doesn't matter if we had about 10 more nested functions going in, the most inner function has access to all of its parent function variables as well as a global variable. So let us try and see if we can relate that in some form of meaningful way. Right? Now if I take a look, let's imagine we have an house, right? And the house is inside of some community. We're near to the road, right? There is another house right beside ours that our neighbor lives in. Cool. Now if you take a look at it, for both of us who live in each of the houses, we all share access to the main road. We have access to the main road. This main road would be our global variable. Whether you're on the road or in my house or your house, it doesn't matter. We have access to the road. Now, over here in my house, I am the only one who has access to my house. You don't have rights to be in my house. Neither do I have right to be in your house. So this is what we call now local variables. So it's local in ownership. I only have access here, you only have access to it. It's the same thing here. The fruits variable is local to get fruits. You can't access fruit anywhere outside of this function. And fruits would be like the road. It's accessible anywhere inside this file. Now, let's imagine that I have a little child, right? So a little girl. And she lives inside my house. And inside the house, she has her own room. So let's say her room is around here inside the house. That room is hers. She has all right to go to the kitchen, the bathroom, to walk up and down inside my house, as well as on the road. But by right, I don't have rights in general to be in her room. Now, some of you might beg to differ, but just take it in the sense that privacy. I don't have right to that room. So it's the same scenario right here. Count fruit is an inner function to get fruit. It has access, it's inside a house of get fruit. So it has access to everything that get fruit has access to, as well as the global variables. But get fruit cannot trouble what is inside of this function, right? So if I should come down here and try inside of get fruit to print the variable track, then we should get an error, right? If I run this program, I get an error, name track not defined. That's because track is only accessible to this function and access it outside of it. Now, that's the basics of scope part.